start surveilling soon here. All attacks. We get a little bit of damage in, and our opponent down to 13. So that is not bad. We can bounce anything we want next turn, and that. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. And today we are checking out the after party event where we get to sneak peek at some Theros Beyond Death cards, most notably Ashiok, Nightmare's Muse. Now this is a 5 mana cost planeswalker with a +1 of create a 2/3 blue and black Nightmare creature token with whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library, -3. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then that player exiles a card from their hand. Oh my goodness, that's great. And -7, you may cast up to 3 face-up cards your opponent owns from exile without paying their mana cost. That's absolutely a little bit wacky as well. So, this is our main focus. We have a couple more Theros cards and a couple more historic cards that are absolutely broken. Mox Sapphire, Mox Jet, and Black Lotus. Oh my god, you guys. If you get this in your opening hand, roll with it. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to walk over your opponent. It's such a great way to ramp. If you get multiples in your draw hand, GG. So Black Lotus, obviously we all know, sacrifice Black Lotus, add 3 mana of any one color. Mox Jet is just cost 0 as a forest, and you can play, and then the same as Sapphire with an island. We have Ideon of Philosophy. You can pay 7, sacrifice it to draw 3 cards, and it's a 1/2, so not really great. It's just a little bit of field presence that you can utilize later on in the game. We have Spectral Sailor, we all know this. Flash Flying, pay 4, draw a card, it's a 1/1. Ancestral Recall for 1, target player draws 3 cards. Woof. Yeah, that's definitely a Mythic. Is there a higher ranking than Mythic? Because that should be it. Disfigure for 1, target creature gets -2 until end of turn. And then for our 2-drops, we have Fairy Duelist, Flash Flying. Whenever he enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2, -0 until end of turn. Night Veil Spirit, Flying 1/2. Whenever it attacks, Surveil 1. Omni Speaker, when it enters battlefield, scry 2. It's a 1/3. Merfolk Trickster, when it enters the battlefield, tap a creature your opponent controls. It loses all abilities until end of turn, and it has Flash, so you can do this on their upkeep, etc. Or just before their attack phase. Dire Fleet Hoarder, when it dies, create a treasure token. It's a 2/1. Order of Midnight, it has Alter Fate tied to it as an adventure. It's a sorcery, and you can return target card from your graveyard to your hand, which is pretty neat. And then, of course, it's flying with 2/2 and cannot block. Seeker's Squire, whenever it enters the battlefield, it explores as a 1/2. Quench, counter target spell unless its controller plays 2. Mire's Grasp, enchanted creature gets -3, -3. And then for our 3-drops, we have an Exclusion Mage. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Thief of Sanity, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, exile 1 of them face down, then put the rest into their graveyard. You may look and cast that card as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were any mana to cast that spell. So Thief of Sanity is an absolute bomb in this deck. Whisper Agent, Flash, when it enters the battlefield, Surveil 1. It's a 3/2, so this is a nice way to just interrupt your opponent's attack phase. Midnight Clock for 3. You can pay 3 to put a counter on Midnight Clock, and then at the beginning of each upkeep, there's going to be a counter put on Midnight Clock as well. And then whenever the 12th counter is put on Midnight Clock, you're going to shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library and then draw 7 cards while exiling it. No Escape, counter target creature or planeswalker spell. You're going to exile it if it gets countered this way and scry 1. Inevitable End. Enchanted creature has at the beginning of your upkeep sacrifice a creature. So you want to put that on his most powerful creature that he doesn't want to sacrifice, and he'll continually have to sacrifice 1 creature every turn, similar to Doom Foretold. Read the Bones. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Hero's Downfall. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's really nice. Witch's Vengeance. All creatures of the chosen creature type get -3, -3 until end of turn. Also very nice. For our 4-drops, we have Control Magic. Enchant creature. You gain control of enchanted creature. Memory Drain. Counter target spell. Scry 2. Revenge of Ravens. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And then moving on to our 5 drops, we have a Massacre Girl. She's Menace as a 4/4, and when she enters the battlefield, each other creature gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. And then whenever a creature dies this turn, each other creature gets an additional -1/-1, and it will stack on and so forth. Cavalier of Night, 4/5 with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature and opponent controls. When Cavalier of Night dies, return target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Ghast Lord of Fig. He can't be blocked, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals their hand. You choose a card from it. That player exiles that card, which is really nice. The Eldest Reborn. This is an enchantment saga. The first part of it, each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. On the second turn of it, each opponent discards a card, and then on the third turn, put target creature or planeswalker card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, which is great because you can go into your opponent's graveyard as well there. Then Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. We already talked about this at the beginning. And then moving on to our 6 drops, we have a Riddlemaster Sphinx. It's flying 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. So really nice bounce there. And then Meteor Golem for 7. When Meteor Golem enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. We also have Rapture Spired, Fable Passage, Evolving Winds or Wilds, which I don't really care for. And then all of our dual lands. We did have a really nice one here, Underground Sea. I hope this comes available at some point. Island Swamp, and it comes in untapped, you guys. So that's incredible. I really had a lot of fun playing the Dimir Theros deck here. I'm really excited for Theros Return to Death to come out, so stay tuned for all of that. And also, we're going to take a look at the mono white deck a little bit later today, so also maybe stay tuned for that as well. If you're looking forward to seeing these videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you're going to be entered in to win 500,000 gems. And then go ahead and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when we do our gem giveaway video, or maybe just you're going to get to see some other decks that you're interested in, right? So with that all being said, we are also live every morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch, so you can check us out there if you're looking to engage with us. You can see the link for that down below. You can join the Discord with the link down below, etc., etc., etc. So with that all being said, I really appreciate your guys' attention. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Alright, so we were just playtesting with these decks before we make a video, but we're wrapping that up, and I did get this wicked opening hand. We've got a Black Lotus for 0 and a Mox Jet for 0. The rest of our hand could be better, but the Exclusion Mage is going to bounce something, and we can just kind of hope on a really good draw. The only thing is our opponent doesn't seem to be here, which is kind of how these things go, right? Like, oh, he is here. That's absolutely perfect. Look how quick he's going to leave this match, you guys. Oh my god, it feels like we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. Just tossing cards at the field. Gotta love it. Swamp can go. The Explorer can stay. And now we can even toss out a little bit more if we wanted, but we're going to hold on. End our turn. Normally we would use our Exclusion Mage, but he's got nothing on the field for us to bounce yet, so we're just going to hold off there. Let's get that Explorer out right away. Hopefully we draw a land here. We're going to keep that up top as well. We're going to sacrifice our Lotus and just kind of spam out onto the field here. Right? Typically, this is something the white deck does quite well, is aggro. But as long as we can stay ahead of him and not let him get up to 4, 5, and 6, we should have an alright time. We should be able to surveil into an Ashiok quite nicely, I'm hoping. Our opponent's trying to figure this out. Does he play a History of Benalia? Does he play a creature? What would be best for him? Obviously, he needs to go wide as possible. And we do have the Death Touch, so he needs something with 3 attack, ideally. Just so they can kill our Seeker and our Squire. Or our Seeker Squire, sorry, and our Omni Speaker. Speaker and Seeker. Quite nice. Alright. We'll start surveilling soon here. All attacks. We get a little bit of damage in. And our opponent down to 13, so. That is not bad. We can bounce anything we want next turn, and that is the joy of these ramp artifacts. Black Lotus, oh my god. And these Ambers are just absolutely overpowered, you guys. Alright, so we're going to try a hand that's maybe not so good, just to show you guys what the general style of play will be. That was obviously the optimum, or the optimal line of play with all of the free ramp, and then just going extremely wide, having the bounce, which is the greatest part of this whole thing. Our opponent is doing the exact same thing to us now in rebuttal, using that Soul Ring, which adds 2. It's just so good. So we can go up to 3 here. We're just going to destroy this creature before he can attack. It is what it is, and then we can play our Watery Grave tapped. We also have a Mire's Grasp, which is pretty good. It does get out of the way of a few things, though, unfortunately. We're probably going to hold up our counter spell for 3. Gives us 1 less pass. So he can attack us for 1 all day. We don't really care about that. That takes us to 5, which will allow us to play our Night Veil Spirit. And still holding up no escape. Alright, he's creating tokens. That's quite smart. So he gets rid of our mana ramp. We're going to get rid of Benalish Marshal, though. It is a creature spell, so fortunately we can deal with that. This costs 5. We only have 4, so we're going to toss it. He's also down to his last card, so it's not really as relevant. And we do get the block, which is fine. Revenge of Ravens will be quite nice here. Just whenever he's attacking for 1, we're going to gain that life back. And then we also get to surveil. I hate my lands coming in tapped. We don't need that. That's more fixing your mana if you can't get it fixed in a 3-color deck. So he does have some field presence. That's great. Let's drop a Black Lotus, which is also really great. And he's got protection from black, which is really, really good. So let's get out just, I guess, a chump blocker. It's going to help us scry. All of the lands can go, in all honesty. We don't need any land anymore. And we'll probably just leave it like that. We're going to attack because it will still allow us to surveil. And he can't kill us, so that's okay. We're going to keep that. That's really good for wiping, say, soldier tokens or knight tokens, stuff like this. We see the block, that's fine. We'd have to sacrifice our Black Lotus. And we've got nothing to use this on, so we're just going to chill. He's creating those tokens, which we're totally okay with. Just trying to survive this. If he puts it on Knight of Grace, that's really bad for us. Just because it has hexproof from black. We can still choose Knights, though, I don't think. Because it's not targeting. Right, so we do have 2 Knights, so it won't be bad. Take a little bit of damage. Whatever. It's kind of, it happens sometimes, right? So we're gonna just wipe that. Knights done. And let's play our Midnight Clock as well, why not? We just need to get that out on the field and start counting up. It's really important to get that out sooner rather than later. Let's surveil one more time. We don't really need it. I'd rather pull the Ashiok Planeswalker, so let's toss it. Now we just need literally 12 turns to go by, so buckle up, I guess. It's going to be quite a ride. Oh, nice. That does put it out of range, and he's going to create a Knight. For doing so. Very nice. Pull the block out. Still gets in quite nicely. Let's go ahead and kill him. Right. Let's just surveil. We're down to 12, so it's getting pretty tight for life. Yeah. Call it quits there. End our turn. Mox Pearl. That's not bad at this point. He has plenty of mana. He doesn't really need much more. That's fine. Taking a little bit of damage here, which we really appreciate. May as well just throw this out now as well. Another land can go. So it's really important to surveil your deck to get to those key cards that you need. And then we're just going to go ahead and double block for the most value. Still less than ideal. Puts it on his flyer finally. Smart guy. Shoot. So we're really backed into a corner here, unfortunately. Sorry, no attacks. Don't know what I'm doing. Trying to solve this riddle and find a way out. We're going to pump our mana into a Surveil here, or a Scry, sorry. So we are gaining a little bit of life. We can go in with the Disfigure now, get the kill there. Resolving that. Pass, and now we get the block, which is fine. Taking 6 damage, which kind of sucks. Yeah, we can't do that, so let's just do this instead. So we're up to 7. Kind of sucks. Not the greatest situation at all either. Let's hold off. He's gonna go wide, which kind of sucks for us. We're at 8. We're getting close, but I don't think we're going to make it. I think it's more important for us to try to scry for something really good. Taking 5 damage, unfortunately. We're losing our Nightingale Spirit. It is what it is. We forgot to dump our mana. That's a big oops. That's on us. This could help save us, though. Let's take his creature. The enchantment should come with it. He didn't take it before it hit. That's really good news for us. No attacks. So if we didn't misplay there, it would have been even better. It's that kind of situation where he should kill us this turn. Oh, he can equip it from my side of the field. Very nice. That is hot tamales. So we're getting our opponent really close because Revenge of Ravens. We're at 9. He's down to 6. And we are taking 7 damage. Oh my god. So we got so close. Midnight Clock would have been able to tick up if we didn't screw the dog there. Mox Jet might just help us, actually. That's actually perfect timing. Oh, no, 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 no. That's a misclick. Zed, Zed, Zed. Oh, no. We got it right. I thought I misclicked that. Whew. Take your time, kids. Make sure you're clicking the right buttons here. So, yeah. We may as well play an island. Our Sphinx is still out of... out of reach. Let's toss that up. It's not going to help us enough, unfortunately. No attacks. We need to block. Pretty sure we're dead here, just due to pure old numbers. So he's really smart for only attacking us with 1. We can't block the flyer. It is what it is. We came pretty close, you guys. Maybe a couple misplays there we could have done better. But this is the Dimir deck at its average draw hand. And then earlier we seen the Dimir deck with its perfect draw hand. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've not yet seen it, go check out our latest gem giveaway video. You could win yourself up to 500,000 in gems, which is really exciting. And then also stay tuned. Check out, we're going to bring out an Elspeth video as well. So we checked out Ashiok, Nightmare Muse, and then we're going to go ahead and check out Elspeth, the Sun's Nemesis, in our next video. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, we're live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch. And then you can follow us on YouTube at Hello Good Game to win yourself some gems. Take care and have a great day.